Hello, this is Ashton, and on this episode I'm going to show you all the ponds on the preserved area, which is north of Dundas, and I'm going to target anywhere between Neighbourhood and Trafalgar. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and give me a call if you have any question at 647-407-4049. You can always send me an email at deltaland123@gmail.com. Don't forget to stay tuned and subscribe. Hello, this is Ashton Ekbatani and welcome to North Oakville Ponds. These are the ponds on the north side of Dundas, between Trafalgar and Neighbourhood. Let's go. Now we are looking at the first pond. It is on the north side of Dundas, right beside Neighbourhood. There is a plaza, and we very often, if you are familiar with this neighborhood, that's where you're going to see Fortino's in that plaza. So the name of this pond is Glade-side Pond. It is sitting right on north of Dundas, and let's get closer, take a look at the pond. From far you're going to see the cranes because they are putting some new buildings in there. It's a very quiet pond, it's nothing special, and yeah, I don't see any dock today. This is Glade-side Pond. That's the very first one, closer to Neighbourhood. And this is the plaza, and that's Fortino's that you can see right on the north side of Dundas and Neighbourhood. So this is the first pond. Now let's go towards the second one, which is George Savage Pond. Let's zoom in closer, take a look at it. As you can see, there is a pathway on the bottom of it, and it is right on Dundas and George Savage. Here is a walk along the side of the pond. On the north side of it, they did a great job because we are sitting beside the townhouses. So this pathway is very clean, is very nice, it's very well done. So from here you have an overview of the pond, and it's a quite larger pond, like it's extended stretch from one side to the other side, and it's very much open. So you have a nice view if you stand up here, and this is actually one of the stations where you can sit down with your family. There are benches and chairs, you can sit here, and I think we have a few of these stations along the path, along the way. So this is George Savage Pond, right beside the George Savage Avenue. Now, the next one is Preserve Pond. Of course, you can guess where it is. It's on Dundas and Preserve. This is a little bit bushy at that side of it that I'm looking at. It's a little bit hard to really see what's happening there. I know it's a pond, and there's a pathway right around it, so you can walk through and take a look at it from different angles. And it is sitting right on the south side of this mixed-use townhouses. On the bottom they have stores, nice stores. I encourage you to go and visit them. And on the second floor is a residential. This is another pathway that is going from the bottom of the pond and can give you a different perspective from the pond. But as I said, it's a little bit bushy, it's a little bit hard to get closer. And this is from the top, so it's very well done. You have benches here, and you can nicely walk with your family. And these are the mixed-use condo townhouses that I told you. So we can walk here and go to that first station, and this is another view from the pond from one of the pathway. It's nicely done. It's a nice place to walk along. Now let's go after the next one. The next pond we are seeing in the map. Let me just move the map a little bit. So that was the preserve. Now let's go to the next pond. These are all on the north side of Dundas. So this one is quite small, and I'm going to get closer. I'm going to walk with you to show you what we see here. The name of this pond is Kating. Let me get a 3D image of this pond. Let's turn it. So you see on the north side of the pond, there are homes, and here's a view of the pond. Actually, it's a little bit hard to see the pond unless you take a picture from the top. So it's extremely bushy, it's not looked after, or that's the nature of it, but because the pond is very small and it's just harder to see it. Kating Pond. You can access this pond from Kating and also from the 6th line. That's where it is sitting, 6th line and Kating. So we are getting closer to middle of North Oakville or preserved neighborhood. All right, so let's go back a little bit because we're going to go a little bit north, but we're going to start from Neighbourhood and Dundas. So let's go a little bit further. You can see from far some of the pathway on the south side of the ponds. These are different ponds that we already covered. Some of those empty areas, they're already built by homes. This is George Savage Pond. Let's go back again. And this is the Glade side. And that is the plaza on the left side of it. It's quite square compared to the other ones that are extended. Now let's go all straight north for a few blocks. Then you're gonna see next pond, which is Spyglen. Try to find it here. I think this is the one. Yeah, Spyglen pond. Now on the map you can see some empty land, but those lands are already built. So this is Spyglass Pond. It's a nice pond, very peaceful here. We are far away from Dundas, so we don't hear the noise and traffic that we have in Dundas. So it is sitting on George Savage on the very north side of it, and you can easily access this pond, and there's a pathway all around it. All right, so this has a nice view. You can walk. Let's go after. Okay, so this is what we sell, and you have access all around it. Now this is George Savage Avenue again. Let's go to the next one, which is Charles Fay, that is sitting beside Carding and North Park. This is Charles Fay Pond. You can even see the address, 3240 Charles Fay Pass. I don't know why we have the address, but it's always good to have it. So from here we have a view from the pond. It's a little bit far away, so I'm not sure from what angle I can get closer to the pond. But City did a great job on the south side of it. As you can see, there's a pedestrian. You can walk. And it's always good to have these ponds. There you go. That's the view from top, 3D view. All right, so I think we are done on covering all the ponds on the west side of preserve area. Now let's pass 6th line. The next one is Personage Pond. Let's get closer. And as you know, this is the Kating Pond, and this is Personage Pond. and this is Dundas, and this is 6th line. So it's sitting on the north side of Dundas and 6th line, Personage Pond. And this is one of the entrance from the post road. This is actually post road. So you can walk around Personage Pond is not a huge pond, but it's good to have this kind of pond sitting here on the east side of 6th line. Let's get closer. You can see it from here. I'm sure we can get a better angle from the other side. My finger is kind of blocking the way a little bit. Okay, so that was Personage Pond. Now if we continue going towards east, those lands are already taken. We will see the next pond, which is trying to find the name here. Postville. Yes, Postville. Postville is almost at the very end, at the very east side of preserved neighborhood. It is sitting on the north side of Dundas, and the other side, on the east side of it, you will see Trafalgar. And these are the new buildings coming up on Trafalgar and Dundas. It's quite big, but I find it a little bit too much noise coming from Dundas. But in the morning it's beautiful, it's more quiet. You have 2 stations. I think you can stay here or come here, relax. Some people, I noticed, they come in the morning and do some workout or exercise. All right, so this is that was the Postville. Now we go north. We're going to see a big one is Zachary Pond. Right now in the map you're going to see all the land around it, but these are all taken. So you're going to see a huge development happen there. There is a path going around Zachary, and Zachary I think is one of the biggest one we have on the preserved neighborhood. It's very big and it has a nice path around it. On the east side of it is you're going to see Trafalgar, but there is a pathway. They call it East Morrison Creek, and I think there is a pathway going through that as well. So it's all connected. Bottom part of it is also touching Fresh Hill, Mill Boulevard. And it has access from Marvin Avenue as well. This is the north side of it. Thank you for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed and you learned more about the neighborhood that you're interested to move in. Give me a call if you have any questions, or send me a text at 647-407-4049. You can also send me an email, ask me your questions, and hope to see you. Take care.